Hello everyone, welcome back to part 3 of Wicked Seed No Hit playthrough on Despair with True Survivor enabled. So let me load the save that I made last time. And last time I killed everything in chapter 3. However, I didn't find the lockpick. And I watched the video that I made from last time. And I realized that I missed the room in the police station. So actually now I want to go back there. I'll make sure I check that room out because I'm afraid I might have missed the coin there. And if I did miss the coin, then I might not have enough for the vending machine. So I'll probably take like 5 minutes of the playtime to go and check out that room. And if the lockpick is inside that room, then I can unlock the locked bathroom in the police station. Oh, looks like I also missed a lick here. So yeah, if you don't want to see me backtrack, you can just go ahead and skip the next 5 minutes of the video. By that time, I'll probably be back at the safe point in this location. Looks like I also missed a note here. Well, that's free XP as well. Also, when you load the save, it actually unloads the good ammo, so I have to reload it. And unfortunately, I am taking extra time to go back there. It's going to add 5 minutes to my playthrough. However, I'm actually not concerned about not making the 4 hours and not getting the S+ rank, because it's still a practice run for me. And it can probably have a lot of improvements down the road if I choose to get the S+ without saves and without getting hit. Alright, I'm back at the police station. Now, I'm gonna go back to that room that I didn't check. And that's the storage room in front of the bathrooms. There's scrap here and the lockpick. So now I can open this bathroom here. Well, there's no coin here, but there's a stimulant which can help on the final boss and in the final area, so I guess it was worth it. But if I do try the full run, I'll try to remember picking up that lockpick right away. Also, since it's a new part of the video, let me change the costume to something else. Let's do that one. Haven't played with that one yet either. So, full transparency here. It took me 2 attempts to record part 1 video because I got hit in one of the early encounters there and I had to re-record, which wasn't that bad. And then I managed to one-shot the part 2 somehow. However, this is my first attempt, but the encounter at the end of chapter 4, this rock boss, is kind of challenging in a way. At least for me, it's a run killer. I've never been hit after this boss. However, when I was recording the no-hit run on normal, it killed 3 of my runs, and on hard, it killed 5 of those. So, definitely a bad one. So I assume this might not be my last attempt at recording this portion. However, if I do accomplish it on the first try, the two bosses in chapter 6 are also no joke. There's this mother boss, I think it's called like Metron or something. I hate that one. And it's probably gonna have a lot of HP on despair, and it's not gonna be easy to just burst it down. Right, let me get more grenades here. Trying to think what else do I need. Probably 2 elixirs should be fine. Let me see the parts. First for the armor. Should be good for the armor. For the pistol, I don't need to slightly increase damage anymore. But I'm gonna use quick fingers just in case, so I'm not stuck in the shooting animation. Perforate is not that good, but I'm gonna use bully. So if I do stagger enemies, I should deal a lot of damage to them. Now for the Reaper, I'm gonna upgrade the power. And handling. Also, I gotta make sure that when I do use the Reaper that it staggers the enemies, so... I'm gonna do minor impact. Also concuss, because I don't need it to have attack damage when I need it to stagger. Stagger, I mean. And then I'm gonna use Juggernaut just in case. That should be enough for now. Alright, my energy is good. I have 2 elixirs. Alright, I should be set here. That's a good one. So I'm just gonna use a frost grenade here. And then I'm gonna brutal attack everything. Just bury the remaining plant and finish it off.
Piece of cake.
I'm also gonna try to play faster going forward, meaning I'm not gonna be checking everything, honestly. Even though I don't want to miss the coin. Alright. So I don't have flash grenades anymore, so I have to use the improvised flash skill. For this guy, I'm just gonna dodge for now. Now I'm gonna block it. And it needs 2 shots now. Because I'm damage capped at 9,999. Alright, let me check the beach first. Then I'm gonna go back. Probably gonna go back in here to the middle area. Oh, it also looks like it's empty. Which I can't complain about. Alright, there's ammo here. Alright, I see a carrot. More scrap, some ammo. Now I'm just gonna go to the stairs here, then back to the beach. I can see there's a giant shark in there. Scrap. Alright, so Shark, Healer, Grasper. I'm just gonna break the Grasper here. Then I'm gonna use the throwing knives, most likely. And sadly they don't one-shot, so let me bait out the Shark, and then I'm gonna try to finish the Grasper with the gun. Actually, I can just finish the Healer here as well. And I will shoot the Shark once. Gonna reload, and just keep shooting the Shark until it's dead, honestly. Let me use the whole stamina bar. That was a mistake. For some reason when it fell it got out of range. Not a problem, it's not enraged yet, so I can just keep shooting. Hopefully stun it the second time. Now it is enraged, so I need to be a bit more careful. It's finally staggered, and now I'm gonna finish it off. Probably could have been faster with the blitz, but I didn't grab it with me. So I had to manage with the pistol. Scrap. Let's keep going. Looks like there's no encounter here on this difficulty. There was eggs and crabs here on the other one. Okay, so I see there are some eggs in there. A mini boss. So I don't have a flash, I would have to use the skill for flash. Okay, and I can throw the brick at the mini boss, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start with a brick. And then I get full stamina and I can just throw the flash. Oh, and I see there's actually a grasper back there, so let me throw the knives. Looks like it needs double knives actually. Now for this guy, I don't want to mess around with it, I'll just use break again. And now I can unload on the front. Very tanky here. I guess I'm wasting another brick. Alright. So since it's so tanky, let me start shooting in the back. Now it's gonna lay 7x. And now I'm gonna throw improvised flash. It's not stunned, so I'm gonna also throw stone at it. Okay. It didn't get stunned, but it's okay because it's not gonna shoot me now, it's only gonna melee. Gonna throw another stone to get stunned here? Guess not. Let me shoot it then. I'm gonna use full stamina on the back to hopefully finish it off here. A bit too tanky for my liking, but still doable. However, I did waste all my bricks that I had. Alright, 2 latch links and a drain link. So let me dodge the hits from these guys first, and then I'm gonna use the incendiary. And now I can start blocking these guys and removing their armor. I'm gonna try to get them in this corner, then I'm gonna shoot them in the back. They need 2 shots. Now I'm gonna check out the loot in this area. Let me check the right side first. Looks like it's just scrap. Let's see what's across the bridge. More scrap and ammo. Have 96 ammo. Should be more than enough for what's next. There's a note before the stairs.
Needs my help.
Extra carrot. Now I can proceed to the cliffs. Let me check, I'm good on ammo, good on energy. Need a bit more stamina. Can use the flash here. After the flash, I'm gonna use the knives on the plant, and then I'm gonna use 2 fire grenades. It looks like 1 knife is enough for the grasper at this point, so it's very useful for the boss fight that's coming up. A coin in here and an overwhelm. I believe overwhelm is something good, though I'm not sure exactly what it did. Check this cave here. My favorite cookies. Another brick. Now the hardest part of the run is to not get hit by the crows here.
What the hell is happening?
This one is still stuck. Ring of Pride, I can just recycle it. I'm gonna combine 2 fire grenades. Now this cave, I'll come back to it with Blitz to get the bonus from the blood guy. Alright, same plan, I'm just gonna use a flash grenade. Make sure there's only 2 of those, and then I'm gonna do throwing knives on the plant and incendiary on the railing. Not sure if that fire damages me, but I don't want to check, so I'll just wait for it to go away. Extra scrap there. And I don't see an encounter here, so I guess the road is clear until the save point.
What is this place?
Alright, let's see what we have here. Inkwell. Energy. Health. Vending machine, I'm gonna use it in a bit in case there is another coin in the area.
I can't hold anything else.
But she can't hold anything else. Okay, I'm gonna recycle the health. Also, I'm gonna recycle the inkwell as well. Let me see here.
This thing they found. Is this what Jacob was talking about?
I got 10,000 scrap. I'm not gonna improve anything right now or upgrade because I want to use the scrap on skills. Alright, 14 coins. Alright, that's just 500 scrap there, so nothing good, sadly. Now let me deposit the wingman, box of scrap. I'm gonna keep the rest. Is 2 elixirs enough? Let me do an empty cup, and I'm gonna make a coffee here. And that also gave me 7000 XP, which is not bad. Oh yeah, I want the blitz. And I'm gonna drop the fire grenade for now. I don't think there will be any drain links until the mention portion, and in the mention I will pick the grenade back up. But I also have a skill for grenades, so I'm not that worried anymore. Now let me switch to blitz. I'm wondering if I should put the quartermaster in the armor, and I think that's what I need to do before going for the blood clutch there.
Let's see here.
Unfortunately, I would need to... I think I'll remove the hustle for that. And the quartermaster allows you to instantly swap the weapons in combat, because that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run around with blitz so I can dodge its attacks more easily, and then I'm gonna switch to Reaper so I can stagger it in one shot, and then I'm gonna be switching back to pistol to finish it off after I have the bestiary bonus. But first things first, I'm gonna run in and use the frost grenade so that I can remove 2 Richkins. Now I can switch to shotgun and wait for this guy to come out of freeze. Alright, now I can shoot it to stagger it. I can switch back to blitz. I'm gonna wake it up so it gets the armor. And I'm gonna block its attacks to get the bonus here. That's 3 done. Alright, I can actually switch and shoot it. That was too early, but that's okay. Just gonna switch to blitz and run away here. And now I can stun it. I'm actually gonna damage it here a little bit. I believe it should have a lot of HP, so there's nothing to worry about. Then I'm gonna wake it up. Back to blitz for running around. And that's exactly why I'm using blitz, so I can run away from this thing. Can't be blocked. Alright, the bonus is done. Now I just need to dodge its next series of attacks. Now I will stagger it. And hopefully I can finish it off in one go. It's still alive. I'm gonna switch to shotgun. And I'm gonna try to time the shot just like that. so it's staggered right after coming out of the stagger. Now I can probably kill it. Can recycle the armor here. And the bonus for it is actually insane for this run because it increases the damage by 20% when at full health, which I'm always at full health, so it's just a 20% bonus damage. Which isn't that useful at the moment, but it will be useful when the cap is removed at the end of chapter 5. A slow run back here, unfortunately. And I'm afraid I might not have enough energy for the next fight, so let me grab more elixirs here. Just in case. Proceeding, there is some scrap. Let's see if there's anything by this end of the bridge. Box of scrap, I can just recycle it to free some space. More armor on this side. And now my favorite part of the run. At first I just gotta block them all, because they have 1 armor each. Now I can regenerate 600 and throw the flash. Now I'm gonna shoot one 5 times. That's one down. Let me start working on that one. Alright, I broke this one's armor. I'm gonna switch to Blitz and then back to the handgun so it reloads. Alright, can throw another flash. While they're down, I'm gonna drink first coffee and start shooting. Got the bonus here by accident. Alright, hit me. I'm gonna try to finish it out just by shooting. Now, let's block these 2 guys to remove their armor. There's a grasper there. I need to use the flash here for the grasper. Right, these guys are without armor now. Let me finish the grasper first by throwing knives. I'm gonna bait these guys to attack me. And I'm gonna flash them as well. I'll go behind one and shoot 2 times. Alright. Looks like the grasper is up and they're both getting up as well. So using the flash here. I thought I was gonna say is perfect, but it's not. Because they didn't get flashed for some reason. Alright, now they did. Let me use the knives. I'm gonna try to kill one. Alright, I need to reload, and I need to drink the energy. Let me try to shoot this one. Still alive. Okay. One's dead. I'm gonna wait for the grasper here. Once it's up, I'm gonna flash. How is he up? That's alright. I'm gonna knife the grasper, then shoot this guy once. Alright, it's staggered now. I'm gonna work on killing it. $8,000 health left. And one more shot should do it. Now it's the boss and the grasper. So I'm gonna throw the flash first. And then this guy looks like it's going for melee, so I'm gonna break it. Now I can use throwing knives on the grasper. For this guy, I don't think shooting does much. Yeah. Just need to bait it into grasper's range. And now I can switch to blitz. So I can run faster. Okay. Good time to throw the flash. Now let me bait it here. And I'm gonna throw the knives. I need to drink energy. Worst attack in the game. Why did he get staggered? It's alright. I'm gonna use another one. Okay, now he's good. He's running to me, so that's throwing knives. Okay, another flash. And more throwing knives. He still has so much HP left, actually. I'm surprised. Let me drink more energy here. Okay. Let me try throwing stone. Alright, throwing stone at the grasper actually works. Alright. Let me throw another stone here. And now I can throw the knives. Finally. And with that, chapter 4 is done. Unless there is another fight on top of that rock. But I don't recall there being one. Just climbing stuff here. Inside the mansion, I don't think I need blitz anymore, so I can deposit that. But I'll probably keep running slow, because I want to keep the quartermaster as an armor part. Could be useful to use the Reaper to stagger the Stalker.
Not sure I want to know their plans for him.
One more coin, good stuff. Alchemist, something useful, I think.
Reminiscing. I remember things just fine.
Alright, let's get into it.
He's gotta be around here somewhere.
Alright, this is the box with the key that I need. Probably gonna run through the first floor to start with. I'm gonna recycle this. More ammo here. I don't think I need to go to the second floor now. I'll do it a bit later. Nothing at the windows here. But I'm gonna come into this room and see what I can
He's being
leave
pressured to sell,
in stash.
whether he knows it or not.
Alright, the box I don't need. The wooden box, I'll keep it for now. The rusty coin, I'll save it for later. Let me switch away from billets so I can deposit it. I'll take the incendiary back, and I only have one energy elixir. Let me do 2, just to be safe. I think that's good. Let me recycle this. Alright, good to know. Nothing in here. I don't remember what the boxes do. This is warm spice drink. I do remember what the boxes do, but I don't remember the smells, right? Okay. Let's touch this guy and block at least one of them. Let's switch to Reaper. Interesting. Let me do this again. So one of them doesn't have armor anymore. So I'm gonna shoot that guy twice. Now for the other one. Another latchnik is also without armor, so I can take it down as well. Now I can start working on the stalker here. Finish with the brutal attack. Alright, let's bait an attack out, and then I'll just shoot it twice. That actually works better than the Reaper at this point, so I'm not sure if I should be switching to the shotgun to do that. The coin on the chair there. Now let me check this smell. Citrus. So it was warm drink and citrus. Nothing down the stairs. Now it's just this room, and no, this door is locked. Apples. The key that I need. With this key I can go back downstairs. Okay, there's 2 of these guys. Let me use 1 grenade here. And for the other one I'm just gonna use the skill, because I ran out of grenades. But that's all. So it was worm drink, citrus apples. Okay, I see another drain link there, so I'm gonna use the fire grenade skill. Let's bait this guy to attack. Okay, Mangler is dead just from the fire. One more attack and it should get staggered here. I'm gonna reload and finish it off.
Assholes.
Let's open this, and this will be something else.
Was it the
Doesn't
wrong
say what it
order?
is.
That smell be my guide.
But I do have the note on the solution, so let me look it up. Muddy soil, citrus apples, warm drink. So this is muddy soil then. This will be citrus. I need to do the apples upstairs. And then come back to the window to do the warm spice drink. I just checked my energy, still good on energy. Now with the summer key I can go back upstairs and unlock the doors with the sun painted on them. Alright, that's number 1. And this is number 2. Was there another one? Yes, there is, because I still have the key.
It's a heavy responsibility to inherit.
Let's see what else is here. Hand grenade. Help drink. Let me recycle the drink and combine the energy with the chemical to free up the spot. Now I'm gonna keep running down this corridor. Okay, this is another room.
What a tragic poem.
I believe this is the solution. Now, second key. I believe I need to go further down this path. Okay, do I want to do this fight now? I don't see why not. Mangler, Giant Skeeter, Wretchkin. Okay. Let me just wait for the flash. To get the full stamina, honestly. I'm gonna shoot this guy 3 times. Mangler is next, because he's up first. 2 times should be enough to stagger him. Once was enough, the second one just killed him. Now for this guy, let me shoot him once and see if he gets staggered. He does. So I can just go to the back and finish it off. Or I can just shoot this stuff instead, for some reason. Alright, let's bait an attack and stagger it again. Okay, I'm just shooting railings here. Let's try that again.
Fucking monsters.
Finally a flash to complement my playstyle. More ammo. This is the lockpick for the poker room. Oh, I see the door that I need. Let me drink an energy drink. Who do I have inside? Okay. So I would need to use the flash first. And then take it from there. I'll use the skill, because why not? Okay, there's only 2 enemies left. So for the first one, I'm gonna do fire grenade. And I'm just gonna shoot the stalker. Unlocking this door. I'm checking the key's gone.
So, what exactly are they hiding here?
Alright, I didn't expect to get here on the first try, so I actually need to look up the puzzle here. Have a picture somewhere on my phone. Alright. So this plant goes in the first slot, then second slot is the blue plant. White plant third slot, and it's the yellow plant. And the weird looking one is separate. Now that's the last key I need, and there's two rooms. There's one up here. And let me kill the Mangler here first. Then the healer. Okay, I'm just blocking and walking away. I don't know why he did 2 attacks there in a row. Oh, because it's an orphan stalker, it's not a regular stalker. I see. Okay, I'm gonna run away. That's that, just shooting it. Works wonders. Now let's unlock this door to pick up the key here from the basement. And now the other room locked by the key is downstairs. Let me see if I need to deposit something. Probably should free up some space. Like, I don't need an extra grenade here. And the flash. I'm gonna keep the flash for later. Then I guess I can keep the rest in. Alright. So I'll start off with flashing everyone. Except the latchling that I'm gonna block. Now the skitter is annoying, so let me try to kill him here. Alright, block this guy. Now finishing the skitter. Blocking the latchling. Baiting the juvenile stalker, and then I'm trying to finish the latchling. Alright, one guy left. One more shot. Now I can just shoot it in the back. Let me go into this room. A bunch of eggs and an armored guy. So let me throw the improvised flash. And that leaves me with 0 stamina because I didn't stagger anyone. Now I'm gonna just block this guy to remove the armor. Okay. So he has no armor now. Let me try to flash him. Fortunately it worked, but I can't get behind him here. Let me try the other way. Okay, I was able to restagger him by shooting it in the back. Okay, let's waste the lockpick here. Extra frost grenade for chapter 6. Nothing in this drawer. Now I just need to enter the combination here. Let me look it up. 041319. Rush. Something useless, but I'll take the XP for it. No drainings here this time. Beer, chemicals, some vegetables. Useless orange. Let me offload the box here. An extra coin. Getting rid of the key here as well. Now pliers. What else is here? Whetstone, chemicals, the vending machine, inkwell, and rustic coin. I'm not gonna use the vending machine here. I'll use one in the lab. Probably do upgrades of the weapons in the lab as well, because that's where you get the final weapon manual. But I need to pick up this key. Now I can go upstairs, do the fight there, loot the bedroom, and then finish this act. Well, there's no fight here, so can't say I'm too upset about it. More ammo, some scrap. Can unlock this door for XP. Now I need to move across the second floor. Alright, cutscene skip. Does anyone know, is it possible to speed up this menu? Like, can you press something here? Okay,
So
don't know.
this seed is what they've been hiding. And now the secret's out.
Alright, looks like there's nothing else in this room. Let's pick up the painting here. Now I can go back downstairs to the elevator to the lab. And forgive me for my routing inside the lab. I don't remember where to go to pick up what. (062582) is the code for this door, which is a weapon manual and manager's key. If I do have the manager's key, it probably doesn't matter. Where do I go next? Beer. More cookies. Nothing in the middle. So we're gonna go to the right first. Tactician. I'm gonna spend the key here. Yes, more cookies.
The gas should have cleared up.
Is there anything in this room? A coin? More scrap? Now I can explore this area. Chemical. Not the best. Can just recycle along with the healing item.
The rejuve drug my dad signed up for was made up of flowers from one of these seeds?
Very good energy elixir. Let me check these two tables in the middle. Don't see nothing else here. Okay. Can proceed. Gotta dodge these puddles here. Another hand grenade. More ammo. And nothing here. I'm gonna go back to the other side of the lab. Actually, there's a brick that I missed. I'll see what's on the other side. Let me try to quickly drop stuff that I don't need, like an extra grenade. To free up some space for the loot that I might find here. Chemicals. There's just hot water in there. Bag of scrap. Another bag. Oh, let me do the big circle first.
I should be able to figure out the rest of the code.
Now I'm just gonna look at every aisle here. More ammo here. Scrap. A rusty coin. Looks like I've checked everything. Now I'm gonna go forward, unlock that door, and then I'm gonna come back, use the vending machine, and spend the coins and see what I get. I'm not gonna do the lab fights here, because they take too long.
I guess believing dragons could be real isn't such a far cry anymore.
And there are some dangerous fights in there as well. Which I might do at some point, but that point is not right now. 062279. Alright, let me see what I got. Recycle the health. Now let me spend all the money I got. Drifter's ring, finally. Berserker. The best that I can have 4 armor parts in. Domino. I don't remember what this one does. Choose one. The first one, obviously. That's what I've been collecting coins for. Okay. Now for the fun part, let's do this ring that removes the scrap cost from skills. I don't need this ring anymore. For the vest, let
see
me
here.
unequip parts from this one. Place the vest, recycle the old one. Let me equip this pistol. Now for the Bella, gonna remove the parts. I'm gonna disassemble it. Do I need the Reaper going forward? I'm actually not sure. Let me disassemble it just in case. We're gonna deposit the old pistol. Let me take the flash with me going forward, just in case. And also here, let me do the parts for the gun. Still use quick fingers for the attack speed and loader. Let me do the bully, because I stagger the enemies a lot. Now, for the upgrades, I need to max out the power and handling, if possible. And I don't need to worry about the scrap anymore. I can just waste it all, because now the skills don't cost scrap anymore. Alright, I don't believe capacity does much, so I'll do precision. Alright, I'll do 2 into capacity as well, actually. I'll do 3, since that's what I have the scrap for. Oh yeah, let me look at the parts
Time
for
to
the
get to
armor.
work.
There'll be adrenaline, fully restore stamina, always attacker. Let's do the hustle for the movement speed and quartermaster for immediate weapon swapping. Perhaps I don't need it actually, so let me see what else I can use instead of it. What does rush do? Or like, what does haste effect do? Hmm. Probably not gonna swap the weapons anymore, so let me try out rush. I've never tested it. I guess this would be a good time to see it in action. I'm gonna deposit the Reaper. I hope I don't regret it later, but it is what it is. Let me see what I have here. Let me brew all the coffees here as well, since I'm doing all the upgrading. How many cups do I have? I only got 3 cups, 4 cups, 5 coffees. So I'll use 4 coffees, 4 cups. Filling up those coffees here. And I've been recording for 1 hour now. And I was planning to have 3 save files in this playthrough, so I think it might be a good place to save. I hope there is a save point inside the caves, so I don't have to save in the lab. Let me deposit all the hot coffees for later. Let me take out my last inkwell. I'm gonna take the elevator downstairs and I hope I can loot the area at the beginning of Act 6 and just save in there.
This is it. The seed must be down here.
Yes, there is an inkwell here and there's a save point. So let me see if there are any items around. Chemical. Ammo. Did I see something else here? Yes, more scrap. Right, so let me press the save file. Let me check the time now. I'm at 3 hours 19 minutes. So I have 40 minutes to finish the last part, which is just finishing this chapter. I think I have enough time. But anyway, I'm surprised I finished this portion in 1 attempt. But I do believe that the 2 bosses, which are in this chapter, will give me trouble. And I will let you know which attempt I'm on when I release the next part. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.